Time to do some Top That Trade on this supersized trading day. Joining us now, our stars, Knuckman, the Chief Market Strategist at BullseyeOption.com, and Flynn of Fox Business Network News contributor. Round number one, guys, worry story. The VIX is down 75% from April when the stock market sold off in a panic. Now that stocks are climbing a wall of worry and are higher, are you concerned about bubble trouble?
No, I'm not concerned about a bubble, but I do think that we could have some profit taking. I've been thinking that for weeks and now going on months. So the markets have continued to go higher and higher. For me, it's important to see how the markets react. We had great earnings numbers from the tech companies. We got through the Fed meeting. The market made new highs after that. So there's so many positives. The tariffs are coming up. There's so many, and the markets reacted positively. That's the most important thing to me. Yeah, we could see a little short-term bounce in the VIX and some profit taking. But for me, it's important to see how people react to when that happens.
And sometimes, so you have to look at how the market reacts as well. And we said when we were on this show, when everybody was throwing the baby out with the bathwater and fear was everywhere, I was scared. I was hiding under my desk. That was the time to be buying. But I'd be hesitant to take profits right now. We're hitting new all-time highs on the stock market and the NASDAQ. And I don't think we've seen anything yet. And you have to remember, when you make a historic high on any market, that means we're in uncharted territory. That means you can go up a lot more than people expect. And yes, there's a lot of headwinds and uncertainty there, but I actually think that we're in a breakout and don't underestimate the power of the market over the next few months.
Focus on price. That will get you a little bit better mental place to sleep better at night.
Round two, Economists indicator. There's been a bull market for PhD economists. Some say it's over. Is that a bad economic indicator?
I think it's a great sign for the economy because let's face it, most of them have got it wrong, right? Remember, a lot of these economists were predicting that we would be going into a recession and that we'd see rampant inflation if tariffs went into place, and none of them went in business. There's an old saying, way back when, I think it was President Truman that said he would really like to have a one-handed economist because every economist he said, well, on the other hand, this will happen if this happens. And I think, right now, I think economists, you can put out a table and put in a cup, and say, I will give economic advice for free.
Economists have their place. We have to have data. That's fine. But they're not traders, okay? And there's a big difference, and that's why on this show, you get traders, because traders have a vested interest in what's going on, and they're putting money down. It's a whole lot different to have an opinion when you've got your money involved than it does to just have an opinion. So, yeah, I don't think it's a bad sign, but I think what it does is it illustrates now everyone has access to information in the marketplace. So now there are no barriers to entry. You don't have to be a PhD super genius to make money. These markets offer opportunity for everyone.
Round three, not just us. It's good to invest in American stocks, but what about markets around the world? Pick a foreign market momentum play.
It's not just people pulling levers to make our market go back up. All of the global markets have been strong, strong, strong. It's a strong global economy.
And I would look at the tortoise and the hare, right? The United States was the strongest. Now these other economies around the world were really getting beat up. Now they're playing catch up. But I would go back to the United States. Yep. I think percentage-wise, the United States is going to outperform all of these markets over the next couple of years. That doesn't mean you can't diversify and have exposure to some of these foreign markets. But if I were in the foreign markets, I would be lightening up and taking my profits and taking those profits and putting it back in the good old US of A.
Yeah, I agree with that. 7,500 has been our long-spoken target in the S&P from that drop from the top on those old highs. And so we're closing in on that. It may get a little bumpier because it's been straight up, but still, that's the long-term target that's happened every time in market history.
Here's your bonus round question for today. True or false? JP Morgan Chase just opened its 1,000th branch since 2018.
I don't think so.
True.
That's a lot.
True.
It's true. Take that to the bank. Phil, Business First AM will be right back.
Banks are where the money's at, people. Free money. They're printing money with this repo rate and getting their 4% overnight and giving you a 0.25%. You do the math on that.